I'm your host, Carolyn Clifford, television anchor and reporter with Channel 7, and I'd like to welcome you to the Black United Fund of Michigan's 39th anniversary celebration. This year, as the Black United Fund of Michigan celebrates 39 years of empowering communities and changing lives, they highlight education, the cornerstone of progress. Now, as many of you know, Black United Fund, or BUF, is a funding institution that provides grants and other resources to organizations that impact and support positive social and economic changes in the African American community, as well as the community at large. This is the first ever virtual event, and BUF has selected education as its theme this year. Why education? Well, because education and the knowledge it generates continues to open up opportunities that many young people can only imagine. Because innovative thinking and new skills are the best ways to create new businesses and new jobs here in Michigan. And because education helps all of southeastern Michigan to catch up and keep up with the changing world around us. I'm pleased to be your guide for this event and wish to thank the following sponsors for their support. Platinum sponsor, Bank of America Foundation. Gold sponsors, DTE Energy Foundation, and Ford Motor Company Fund, silver sponsor. St. John Health System, bronze sponsors, Henry Ford Health System, and United Auto Workers Local 600. Supporters, AAA Michigan, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Butts Along, Dakota Integrated Systems, Jaffrey, Raitt, Hewer and Weiss, Life Skills, and the Piston Group. Black United Fund has supported hundreds of organizations over the past 39 years, like the Sphinx Organization. Marsha Williams, Director of Leadership Investments, is here to share with us how BUF has helped them to change the face of classical music forever.
The Sphinx Organization envisions a world in which classical music reflects cultural diversity and plays a role in the lives of everyday youth. Black United Fund's years of support have enabled us as an organization to grow. We receive support from our community, for our community. Black United Fund helps makes our work possible and ensures that young people in our community have opportunities to experience the joy of music. Sphinx provides opportunities to young people that simply would not otherwise exist without the support of Black United Fund. In Detroit and Flint, Sphinx goes into underserved communities that provide after-school music instruction at no cost by way of our Overture program. We provide students with a violin, music stand, and everything they need to get started, along with twice-weekly after-school lessons free of charge. Music is important to the development of young people. And again, without the support of Black United Fund, this would not be possible. And for this, Sphinx is forever grateful.
Thank you, Marsha. At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker who is helping to move Black United Fund to new heights as an organization that empowers communities and changes lives. Here is Reverend Louis Forsythe II, pastor of Pleasant Grove Baptist Church and the chairman of BUF's Board of Directors.
Hello, and welcome to the Black United Fund's 39th anniversary celebration, Education, the Cornerstone of Progress. This is quite an appropriate theme this year as we look around and take note of all the changes that have challenged us over the past year and all the future possibilities that are within our grasp. What some of us have learned, and many of us are still learning, is that we have to do things differently if we want to grow and thrive in this great city that so many of us will always call home. We have to continuously reinvent ourselves, to update our skills, to train for new careers, and to excel in our studies. We have to do all we can to adapt to a postmodern global economic community where knowledge and education is the new currency. The signs of change are all around us. New industries in health, the sciences, and technology are springing up, and employers want highly skilled and educated workers on their payrolls. School systems, especially here in Detroit, are being turned inside out and have to find better ways to prepare our young people for the 5 to 7 careers they'll encounter in their lifetimes. Many organizations are collaborating more and learning how to be more effective and more creative to keep doing great work in the community. As a famous singer once said, times they are changing, and those who change with the times will be the ones who will write the books about how they did it. The Black United Fund knows that change is not a monster. It is inevitable. Change doesn't throw out the old, it embraces the new. And education is not reserved for the young. It's a lifelong strategy that helps us prepare for the future. I would like to drive this point home about the relationship between change and education with a couple of examples. One of them involves my son, Matthew Forsythe, who was featured in the November 2009 issue of Black Enterprise magazine. When he graduated from high school, we thought he was on a career path that he loved and desired. Then he shifted gears. He graduated from the University of Michigan with a bachelor's in computer engineering and later received an MBA from Stanford University. As a result, Matthew is prepared to excel in either direction because his cornerstones are his education in computer engineering and business. Matthew has learned, as all of us must learn, that we cannot rest on our laurels, that we have to embrace the idea of continuous improvement and change. BUF supports lots of organizations that are adopting new methods of service and accountability every day. For example, the Homework Mastery Center is finding new ways to serve young people who say school is too hard and are struggling with homework. They know they can't afford to close their doors, and we are passionate about getting young people excited about learning. The Tiger Sharp swim team is promoting community health and well-being by providing an outlet for physical conditioning for many young men and women who have no place to go after 3:15 p.m. and truly need creative, positive stimulation. Despite the negative headlines and the layoffs and the fear of what's next for the metropolitan Detroit region, there are a lot of good things happening in our communities every day. And BUF is right there in the mix, encouraging and supporting organizations that empower our communities and change lives. In the next year, we plan to broaden our emphasis on education. We're going to put more of our money and resources where our beliefs are. If you're like the staff and volunteers at BUF and believe like we do that education is the cornerstone of progress, work with us to help turn this great region around by making a difference in the life of others through your support. There are no limits to what we can do together.
Thank you, Reverend Forsythe. This brings our program to a close. Black United Fund invites you to join them next year as they celebrate their 40th anniversary, which will be a live black tie affair. The scheduled date is Saturday, October 9th, 2010 at the Downtown Renaissance Center. Thanks to all our sponsors for helping to make our first virtual event possible, and thanks to all the supporters who have made it possible for the Black United Fund to empower communities and change lives. We'll see you next year.